kid in the 70s, my dad had this old video camera which he documented all the Christmases, birthdays, and family vacations. It was this handheld thing. It was old school. And when I became a dad, I videotaped the milestones of my kids growing up too. But if you're like me and you have some of these old home movies on film that are still kicking around the house and you don't have a device to play them on, well, there's hope for all of us. Ken Stomsky from KS Solutions is here to talk about preserving those family memories. Good morning, Ken.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
I'm well. The first question I got to ask, and I think I've learned this, is there a difference between film and video?
Absolutely. Film is something that you have a negative of when you expose it to light, and then you have it developed. Where what was the other one now?
The video.
The video, you record it instantly.
Gotcha. So what is the lifespan of old film and videotape? Does it last forever?
It does not last forever. It may appear that it will last forever, but it won't. And basically, what you are dealing with inside one of these tape shelves, that little piece of tape right there.
Yeah, that little black plastic thing.
That's what I describe as plastic, glue, and rust. Basically, if you look at the chemical breakdown of it, that's what it is.
Okay.
And that stuff just degrades. And it doesn't matter if it's a VHS format tape. It doesn't matter if it's one of these 8mm format tapes. It doesn't matter if it's a VHS-C format tape. Even a mini digital videotape, MDV, or MDVC, some people call it. Even though that's digital, you're still recording on an analog medium. And over time, they will break down. And the optimum lifetime for a VHS tape stored properly is 20 years.
Wow. So now, people need to preserve this stuff. And I know, a lot of folks are thinking about doing it. So do you preserve it to, like a DVD? But these things are going out of style too. Or do you preserve it to like a digital file?
It depends on who the person is who wants the actual videotape transferred. If they still have a DVD player, but they're not computer savvy, then yes, you put it on a DVD. However, more and more people are having the videotapes converted to an MP4 format, which is a standard movie file format used on the internet and on the major operating systems.
So Ken, I see you got some techie stuff behind you. Give me a quick overview. When you get a VHS or file, how do you use the machines behind you to convert it to a digital file?
Well, I actually have a stack of VHS decks here. I also have down on the bottom a Nakamichi tape deck and a worldwide VHS deck, because even though a VHS tape looks like it'll play anywhere, if you have a VHS tape that you recorded in Europe on the PAL system, you can't even play it on a normal VCR in this country. I'm able to play those back and convert those as well. But basically, I have all these machines because they all have different characteristics. Some will play certain tapes, some will play other tapes. It depends on how badly the tape is degraded. From there, it's captured into this computer unit. From that point on, I can either create a DVD or an MP4 file and put that file onto a USB drive, otherwise known as a thumb or a jump drive.
So it's interesting because I find myself in the situation now, as I mentioned earlier, I got a bunch of VHS tapes of my kids, my oldest daughter's first steps, birthday parties, and those are on VHS. And my parents have, I don't even know what it was. It was on these little reels. So all of that can be converted?
I know exactly what you are talking about.
That's exactly
this
it.
Right here is 8mm, actually it's Super 8 reel film. This is film that was originally a negative, and it was sent out for processing, and you played it back in a projector. Most of these don't have sound. 95% of them don't have sound.
Wow.
You think now, because this isn't magnetic, that it won't degrade, but the ink used in developing will fade. Sometimes you'll see these turning all red or turning all bluish. Or they might have a greenish tint depending on the processing used and the manufacture of the ink used. So these degrade too.
Wow.
So you really want to capture everything into a digital format now in order to preserve it for generations to come.
Ken Stomsky from KS Solutions, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to have to look into converting some of my old footage. Thanks again.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.